What's up guys, TG back here with another video, this one being a recap of Manifest Season 3, Episode 10, Compass Calibration. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoy, and let's jump into the episode. The episode starts off with Cal getting a calling, seeing his volcano globe erupt. Michaela tells Zeke about Zombie killing the Major and mentions that she's planning to turn herself in because she thinks it's the only way to save the lifeboat. Cal goes to Ben and talks to him about the passengers being tested. Cal then sees one of the passengers' pictures on fire, and Ben sees it as well. At Eureka, Zombie and Troy are continuing to study 828 and Noah's Ark. Michaela comes by to pick up Zombie, but Zombie says that she needs more time before she turns herself in. She says that she will do it at the end of the day. Michaela gets an alert from her precinct and takes off. Ben goes to Astrid, the passenger's house who's being tested, and she lets him in. Michaela arrives to the scene of a store where there was a bomb threat called in. The scene is secured and the employees are outside, but they aren't allowed to leave. One of them tells Michaela that she has to go get her son from school and that she doesn't have her phone, so she can't call the school to let them know that she'll be late. Grace, Angelina, and Eden are at Zeke's house testing recipes for the restaurant. Beverly mentions to Angelina that she can see and feel how close that she is to Eden and that they have a connection. At Eureka, Zombie and Troy run a test, and the second they start it, an earthquake takes place. Eden starts crying, and Angelina gets up to go grab her. The second she gets up, the earthquake starts over there, and something falls right where Angelina was sitting. The earthquake also causes the windows on the bomb threat store to shatter. After the earthquake ends, Angelina says that Eden saw the earthquake coming and saved her life by crying for help. Beverly says that Eden is Angelina's guardian angel, and Grace gets a worried look on her face. Ben talks to Astrid about the calling that she was having, which is a car racing rally flag. Ben recognizes it from a building and business owned by an 828 hater. At first, Astrid doesn't want to go and help, but Ben talks her into it. Grace says that she needs to get Eden home, but doesn't want to leave Zeke alone to clean up the mess that the earthquake caused to the house. Angelina says that she'll take Eden home so Grace could stay. Zeke is able to feel the love and the connection between Angelina and Eden. Zeke sees that Grace is worried, but reassures her that they should be okay together because they truly love each other. Zombie talks to one of the scientists about the testing. I forget his name. The last two tests have now caused earthquakes. The first one's epicenter was right under Eureka. This one happened 80 miles north, and it caused an opening that would come from a volcano. The scientist thinks that this one is not important because that location seems to be in the middle of nowhere, but Zombie recognizes the location. Ben goes to the building and is attacked by Cody, the owner, who has had a previous encounter with Ben earlier in the show and has a restraining order on him. They fight and Cody gets the upper hand but is tased by Astrid. Michaela is at the precinct when the employee that previously talked to her comes in, saying that she knows who called in the bomb threat. It's her ex-husband, who happens to be Cody. He did it so he can get their kid from school while she was stuck at work. Ben and Astrid put Cody on a chair and restrain him. Astrid recognizes his tattoo because her coworker has the same one. That coworker is Cody's ex-wife. Zombie tells Vance about the two earthquakes. She reveals that the location of the second earthquake lies between the location of Zeke's return, the bank robber's return, and the meth head's return. Dead center, to be exact. She thinks that this is a sign to stop the tests, but Vance disagrees and says that they must continue. Zombie agrees and says that they'll see what happens after the next test, and then they could go from there. Angelina talks to Cal and mentions that Eden is her guardian angel and that Grace doesn't believe her. Cal says that he understands and believes her. Cal believes Angelina is supposed to be there because of his earlier calling. She says that all three of them are connected, and Cal agrees. He also says that Eden will keep finding ways to prove that she is in fact her guardian angel. Zombie and Troy run another test, which causes an explosion that sends Zombie flying to the floor. It also destroys the piece of Noah's Ark and leaves it in ashes. Vance says that Zombie was right and sends her over to medical. Astrid has a calling about Cody's son Robin. She says that Robin can't breathe and needs help. Ben asks Cody where his son is, but Cody doesn't answer. Out of frustration, Ben yells at him and shakes his chair, causing it to fall over, which also causes Cody to hit his head on the ground. Right after, Cal and Angelina see Ben's picture on fire. Cal says that he's being tested and it's a trial by fire. Michaela and Jared arrive at the shop where Ben and Cody are. Astrid explains the calling about the son to Michaela. Cody wakes up and tells him that he's in a bunker. Zombie and Troy leave Eureka and it's revealed that the test they ran was fake. They have the real piece of Noah's Ark with them and they drive off with it. Michaela and Astrid arrive at Cody's house, and Astrid's calling does lead them to Robin, who's trapped under debris from the earthquake. Michaela is able to pull him out, and he wakes up okay. Angelina sits in front of Eden with a lit candle. She tells Eden to prove she's her guardian angel with a trial by fire. Angelina puts her hand above the flame of the candle and slowly lowers it down, expecting it to go out before she touches it. The flame doesn't, and she hurts her hand, causing her to drop the candle. It rolls over to the curtain and it lights on fire. Instead of running out of the room and getting Eden, Angelina just stands in front of Eden, expecting to be protected by her. Zeke and Grace arrive back at the house, and Zeke can sense that Eden is scared. They run upstairs and see the fire, and Angelina standing there. Grace grabs Eden and leaves the room, and Zeke puts out the fire. Angelina says that it was a test and that it worked, and Grace realizes that she did it on purpose. She yells at Angelina and tells her to get her stuff and leave. Her and Cal argue against it, but Grace doesn't budge and makes Angelina leave the house. Jared and the other cops arrive at the scene of Cody's house where the kid was found. Jared tells Michaela that he had to arrest Ben for violating the restraining order and for sending Cody to the hospital. Zombie, Troy, and the other NSA scientist go to the scene of the volcano. Zombie takes a piece of Noah's Ark and throws it into the lava. The lava and the crack immediately seal up, and Cal sees the volcano in his globe seal up as well, and the episode ends. I think that was another pretty good episode. I'm enjoying the season so far. Not too many of the episodes have been like extremely amazing, but it has been consistently good. They keep throwing us for loops with the, with the mystery. Last episode, I thought the only way to save the passengers might be scientifically, as I thought there was no way they could get every single passenger to pass their test. But now it seems like it can't be done scientifically, because obviously with Zombie and the test that she was running, she was getting, signs to stop the test. And if you watch the promo for next episode, it seems like Zombie's going to continue to try and stop the testing at the NSA building. So now it seems like that is no longer an option, so it just keeps going back and forth, which is what's so fun about the show. I really like the mystery, the loops, and the plot twist that they're throwing at us. There's only 3 episodes left this season. I'm excited to see what happens. Let me know what you guys think will happen. I'm going to try to come out with a prediction video for the finale, and hopefully we get news about a season 4 soon. That's it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.